Well, guys, it happened. Our second attack on the Capitol. And as expected, Twitterati and Facebook and all the other big tech censorship platforms jumped to, or the users of those jumped to the fact that it was probably another white terrorist, insurrectionist, MAGA supporter. Well, newsflash, and white, of course. I think I mentioned that. Well, newsflash, it wasn't. We're going to jump right into that article right now. Before we do, please, if you haven't already, subscribe to me on sjgperspective.com, because you know what? I'm not going to be. I'm not long for the world of YouTube, and YouTube, quite frankly, sucks. Don't like it. But anyways, let's check this out. So today, if you don't know the story, there was somebody driving a car. They rammed into a barrier. I don't know exactly how one of the officers died, but I guess he got hit by this dude that was rammed the barrier. I'm sure the video will have to come out, because you can't tell me there wasn't plethora of video of this and eyewitnesses, so on and so forth, being that there's million, or thousands of troops down there and on high alert after the insurrection. But anyways, liberal Twitterati again blamed Capitol attack on white male suspect who appears to be black on video. And newsflash, spoiler alert, he is black. But let's just see what they said. No sooner had a suspect been shot and taken to the hospital in Washington, D.C., than pundits and blue check talking heads pinned the attack on white nationalists. But TV footage of the actual or the alleged attacker apparently reveals he was not. Little is known about the suspect who attacked two police officers outside the U.S. Capitol on Friday afternoon. He rammed his car into a security barrier outside the building and was shot dead when he lunged at officers with a knife. Both the suspect and the others had died of their injuries. As of now, police have not identified the suspect nor his motives. So this one is a little bit older, because this new, where's it at? Right here. Article that just came out 15 minutes ago, basically labels him as a radical of the Nation of Islam. And would you know it, his Facebook page gets promptly wiped and taken down, and there's not a whole lot of talk, going about his skin tone, right, and his religion of choice. And I made a joke because I covered this on D Live when it first came out, and I kind of made a joke earlier. I'm like, when I heard he jumped out with a knife, I'm like, I wonder if he was screaming Allah Akbar, like, God is great. And it probably was. It's not going to get covered, but good chances he possibly was. So it says media identify Capitol ramming suspect as a black male follower of radical Nation of Islam, as his Facebook page promptly gets wiped. The suspect shot dead after ramming his car into a barrier outside the U.S. Capitol has been identified by NBC News and other media outlets as Noah Green, a 25-year-old black man and reportedly a follower of the Nation of Islam. Green allegedly drove a car into a security barrier outside the U.S. Capitol on Friday afternoon, injuring two Capitol police officers, one fatally. Police say he was shot by the officer as he left his vehicle and lunged at him with a knife. Despite their investigation being in early stages, police say they have so far ruled out terrorism as, of course it's not terrorism, or, anything that goes along with that religion of peace. Of course it's not anything to do with that. If it would have been a white guy, you guarantee you, if it would have been a white dude, it would have been like, oh my God, domestic terrorism, white supremacy, domestic terrorism. And like we said on this last article, before they knew the color of the skin, everyone on Twitter was just losing their minds, going, the check marks are doing it again. Does this appear to be a terror-related ? So he is white? So it was a white Trump supporter, huh? Without having the slightest clue about the security incident at the Capitol, I'm going to go ahead and call white nationalist terrorism on this one. These dumb f***s, man. They are so... You guys, if you are any of the ones who did this out there in Twitter world, man, you are dumb. You are like super special kind of stupid. But you know what? So to be expected, to totally be expected. Here's another one. They just can't help themselves. So they were white? Translation, it was a white guy. Another Twitter idiot, blue check mark, white person, I guess. Yeah, and then as you can see, the picture down in here is clearly not a white dude. Clearly not a white guy. Clearly not a, I'm waiting for my thing to open. Clearly not a Yeah, that looks like a white dude, all right. Come on, bruh. Shit, man. Janky Jackson knows what's up. So, yeah, this is just par for the course, right? Exact par for the course. That as soon as anything happens, the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to blame it on a white guy and blame it on domestic terrorism, white supremacist domestic terrorism. I would like to know what your guys' thoughts are. Why don't you leave them below? And let me know, honestly, if you thought possibly that this would get twisted, that, oh, of course it's a white guy, or if maybe you, when you were watching it, you first thought it was a white guy. Till next time, it's SJG Perspective. Without fear or animus, we'll talk to you guys a little bit later. Have a good one. Bye.